This is a very brief video to introduce you to Greek verbs from your Croy textbook, Chapter 2. If you've got your textbook, I would encourage you to follow along as I explain verbs. This is the basic gist of verbs. Verbs are conjugated. That's how we explain the way in which you get them to the form that then they're usable. Conjugated, we don't do a ton of this in English. So in English, you might have a verb like this. I have, you have, he, she, it has, we have, y'all have, they have. So basically you have the same verb form except for the third. See where it says 3 in the bottom left-hand corner? That one changes to has. But in a lot of other languages, they change a bunch. So if you've studied a language like Spanish, every one of these boxes will have a different verb form. The same is true for Greek. So here's the Spanish ones. Tengo, tienes, tiene. Let me show you the Greek ones, though. That's what matters to us. 5 parts of conjugated Greek verbs. Here's the things that you'll need to know to be able to figure out how these different 6 boxes will be filled in. There's 5 parts to it. The first part is to know what person you're talking in. So that's where the 1, 2, and 3 is going to come in. First person, it'd be like I, or collectively, we. Second person is going to be like you, or y'all, the southern plural. And then the third person is going to be he, she, or it, or the plural they. The second thing you need to know is number. Is it singular or is it plural? And that goes along with that. Is it I or is it we? The third thing you need to know is tense, which is the time that the action takes place. We're going to deal with this more in the second third of this class. So I'm just mentioning it now, but don't worry about it. The same is true for active, passive, and middle. We'll deal with that in the second third of our class. And finally, the last thing you'll need to know is mood. For now, you'll only know one tense, voice, or mood. So the most important thing to learn is person and number. That's what we're going to focus on first. Okay, here's how you then form Greek verbs. You form them by taking the stem, which is the basic part of the verb. You add a connecting vowel, and then you add present active endings. So here's the present active endings by themselves. I'll pronounce them for you. The first one in the top left-hand corner, and then I'm going to go down the left-hand side and then down the right-hand side. The first one is O. The second one is ace. The third one is a. The first person plural on the right-hand side is men. The second one is te. The third one is usin. These will be very, very consistent. All present active indicative endings are going to have these endings. So this is what you most need to memorize. And if you don't memorize this week, then you really just can't move forward in Greek. Here's what they mean. So the O would always indicate I. And the ace, you, a, he, she, it, men, we, te, y'all, usin, they. Here's what you do with them. We want to form now actual verbs because now you know the ending, but you haven't formed any verbs yet. So here's what I was saying before. You take the stem of a verb. So say your verb is luo. This is the verb in your textbook. I'm going to just put my finger here. Luo, I loosen, I destroy. If you choose I loosen, I destroy, luo, the stem of it is the part without the first person ending. So it's just the lu. Lu is the stem. To it, you add that ending, luo, you get I destroy. So verbs always come in some kind of conjugated form. You never just see to, well, you could see to loosen, but this isn't the form. The form they come in the dictionary is I loosen. And then you would do the same thing to form the other verbs in the present active indicative. Lu plus ace equals luace. Lu plus a equals lue. Lu plus a plus men equals luamen. Lu plus e, that's your vowel connecting, and te equals luete. Lu plus usi makes luusi. Here's what they would mean. Luo means I destroy. Luace means you destroy. Lue means he, she, it destroys. Luamen means we destroy. Luete means y'all destroy. Luusi means they destroy. So anytime you see those endings, it's going to consistently indicate the pronoun. You actually don't need it to indicate the pronoun separate from the verb. The verb does itself in Greek. Okay, let's take one more look at this chart. Only I prefer to use the verb pisteuo, just because it's a little bit nicer of a verb and it's also regular. So the book uses the verb luo, that's fine. You're free to use that. Or if you want to change it up and try a different verb, you'll see all the charts that I have use pistuo. I take this verb, pistuo, see it up here? I remove that O because that's indicating something, and I just find the stem. Now that I've found the stem, I take pistu plus O, pistuo. I have I believe. Pistu plus ace equals pistuace. You believe. One person. You over there, you believe. Pistu plus a, he, she, it believes. Pistu a men, pistu a men, we believe. Pistu e te, y'all believe. And pistu usi, or usin, they believe. Why does it have that? It looks like a V, but that's the letter nu in Greek. Why is that in parentheses? It's because the nun will be there if the next word begins with a vowel, but it won't be there if the next verb begins with a consonant. You'll have it missing, so it will just look like this. That's not entirely consistent, I'll warn you of that, but that's more or less what the rule is supposed to be. Okay, here they are. You try saying them with me, just because they're super, super important. You should just know these off the top of your head. Pistuo, pistuace, pistue, pistuamen, pistuate, pistuusi. Try it one more time. Pistuo, pistuace, pistue, pisteuamen, pisteuate, pisteusi. Great. You can also sing along with the little verb song that I have on Foxtail. Here's what they mean. Pistuo means I believe. Pistuace means you believe. Pistue means he, she, it believes. Pistuamen means we believe. Pistuate means y'all believe. Pisteusi means they believe. Here they are. One more time. Let me encourage you, if you don't understand this entirely, just watch this video again, and hopefully I'll post a few little videos and you can use them as a guide to help you along the way in your learning of Greek. Okay, you're off. This is super important. Be sure that you learn this the first week. It's hard to proceed without being able to recognize present active verbs. They're super important. Okay. Oh, one more thing. Sorry. Present infinitives, you take that stem and add ain. Luain, pisteu ain. Or you could take another verb like blepo, blepain. Means to write, to believe, to see. So there's the form of them just by themselves without the person. But usually you'll see them in the form of luo, luace, lue, or pistuo, pistuace, pistue. Okay, now you're ready. Learn those present active verbs.